CarolinaFC.com to learn more. Wakefield Soccer Park and NCFC promote good sportsmanship by athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation in supporting the athletes and officials in a positive manner. Intimidating actions or statements based on biases in politics, gender, age, race, faith, ethnicity, or sexual orientation will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Please refrain from throwing objects on the playing field, blowing whistles, and interfering with the flow of the game. Spectators caught engaging in such actions will be removed from the stadium and possibly arrested. Here's tonight's match officials. Please welcome referee Elvis Osmanovich, assistant referee Jeremy Smith, assistant referee Matt Trotter. Our fourth official this evening is David Elliott. Here's tonight's starting lineup for Oakland Roots SC. Please welcome their captain, number 15, Nabil Hatshaw. In goal, number 20, Paul Blanchett. Number 2, Babakar Naji. Number 3, Neil Lowe. Number 4, Gadi Margabella Shabili. Number 7, Napo Matsoso. Number 8, Iracose Donaciano. Number 11, Trayvon Reed. Number 14, Justin Rasmussen. Number 17, Jonathan Rodriguez. And number 27, Nader Sherry. Oakland Roots are led by head coach Gavin Clinton with assistant. Tonight's match ball being delivered by Joe Flynn. There he is. Please welcome Joe to the field.
After one of the most exciting games in USL Championship history last week, North Carolina FC is back in action, looking to put in a heroic performance. Tonight, they take on their Western Conference foe from the Bay, the Oakland Roots. And it's next here on ESPN and Cozy. In the first ever matchup, Oakland is having a wonderful season and fighting for a top 4 seed in the West in the standings. New Mexico has built a double-digit point lead, but the gap between 2nd and 6th is only 3 points as the Roots want to host their first playoff game in club history. Meanwhile, in the East, you see North Carolina is still in 10th place, but within striking distance, as there's been little separation in the middle of the table, and 3 points tonight would definitely put them back in the playoff picture. Dean Linke, always great to be with Andrew Tate. And Andrew, what are you looking forward to tonight?
Looking forward to another entertaining game, Dean. I don't know if I'm going to see 10 goals, but I'd love to see something similar in terms of competition. But it's really, really important for the home team that they get the 3 points today, no matter how it comes. For Oakland Roots, it's going to be a tough game, but they'll be hoping to get a result to take home. All
right, for North Carolina FC, no Olex Anderson, so where's the offense coming from?
It's got to come from Rodrigo da Costa, the main man from Brazil. Had a great night last time out here. Scored a free kick to get the team off and running. The 30-year-old Brazilian was signed here to score goals. His link-up play, though, with Ezra Armstrong was really crucial. Another one of the goals for Olex Anderson Jr. 25-year-old left wing-back. Really positive season for him. One of the bright sparks of this team. Look for him to scamper down the left and create havoc for the Roots.
And for Oakland, you put the spotlight on a veteran.
Yeah. Nabil Hackshaw has been around the league a long time, been with the Battery, Indy 11, but he finds himself in Oakland. It's his second season. He's a real integral part of that back line, real strong presence, 6 foot tall, Trinidad and Tobago international. Look for the captain today to try and orchestrate that back line and make sure it's not a crazy game like last week.
There you have it. The table is set. Capono Lowe, they call him Cap, scored the first ever goal for the Carolina Railhawks. He's from the 510, and he'll join us in the first half. When we return, we'll have the lineups of the kick. North Carolina FC and Oakland Roots SC.
With a family like that to take care of, the two of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are, so getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the two of you.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
To WakeMed Soccer Park, a glorious night where NCFC comes in with a 7-9-9 record, Oakland 12-10-4. With Andrew Tate, I'm Dean Linke. Let's go to work and show you the starting lineups in this one. We'll start with John Bradford's home team, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, no winning 3 for the home team, so they'll be looking to correct that today. Just the one change, but it's missing Olex Anderson Jr., the front man. He's away with on international duty, but not a bad problem to have, Dean, when you bring in Evan Conway, top scorer for the team with 8 goals. So look for him to really try and lead the front line and get back to scoring ways for him.
Meanwhile, Oakland Roots SC, led by a former member of the Carolina Railhawks now, Gavin Glinton. This is his lineup.
Yeah, no Memo Diaz. Big surprise for Oakland Roots. We're expecting him to be involved today. He's not even in the 18. He's had a contribution in 8 of the 33 goals, so a quarter of the action for him. 3 changes, Napo Matsoso and Irakosi Donisianu, along with Nadia Cherie. So 3 changes for them, with Gomez and Riley dropping to the bench. And obviously we talked about Memo Diaz not being involved.
All right, great job repping the 5-1-0. There's Gavin Glinton. Spent 1 year in 2009 with the Carolina Railhawks. We'll ask Capono Lowe about playing with him, as Capono Lowe will join us in the first half. There's John Bradford, the top man for North Carolina FC. We mentioned in the open that epic matchup. It was a 6-4 loss to Louisville City, who have already punched their ticket yet again to the Eastern Conference playoffs. As you take a look at Louis Perez, North Carolina FC not in their traditional home blues as they don the whites. Oakland breaking out their colorful black uniforms. Tons of celebrities involved with the Oakland platform. We'll have more on that a little bit later in the game as well. Oakland in the dark, North Carolina FC in the white. Pretty much almost every game they've been dark. I don't remember white too often this year.
I think I said this is them debut in the alternate strip at home, so looks good under the lights though. I gotta say though, Dean, I do love the Roots kit. It's something that I could see myself buying, to be honest, and sporting as a fashion item, Dean. I think you'd look good in one of those too. I
think I would, you know. Black makes me look skinnier, you know, so.
That had nothing to do with it, Dean. It's more the creative pattern that is the Roots logo, and now it's decorated on the shirt too.
All right, we're underway. Oakland and North Carolina FC. Evan Conway back in there, leads the team in goals. His form has been a little off, so came off the bench the last game, and as Andrew Tate already mentioned, Olex Anderson on international team duty, as is Jaden Cervania, who's been a valued sub all year long. Perhaps the biggest thing to come out of the game against Louisville City is a wonderful performance from Rodrigo da Costa, who you also featured in the Open.
Yeah, he's a player. Just talking to John Bradford, he feels, you know, they signed him to come in and be a big part of the offense this season, and hasn't quite delivered, and I think he'd be honest enough to say that himself. But last 6 weeks, John said he's seen a real change in him, both sides of the ball, helping out defensively as well as attacking, and obviously it's great to see him get that free kick goal to start the scoring exploits last week.
So early little collision over there. Let's just take a look at what happened. It is da Costa that got
Tangled up.
He got tangled up there.
Yeah, Snappo Matsoso, the one that came off the worst in that tussle. But he's up and moving now, which is positive.
So is okay. Blanchett, the goalkeeper. Bryce Washington, Paco Craig. It ended up being 3 own goals. I felt like when we left that game, we thought there was 2, but we wondered if there was 3, and officially I think they made it 3 own goals in that 6-4 Louisville City win over NCFC a week ago. 10 goals scored. It was only the 8th time in USL Championship history a game reached double-digit goals. Last game was on October 19, 2019, as Loudoun United beat the New York Red Bulls 2-7-3 on the last day of the season. The record is 11, which happened 3 times, 2019, 2017, 2015. Louisville City has been involved in 3 of the 8 highest scoring games, including the one last week. 3 minutes in. Perez dropped it to Martin. Da Costa. It's going to go out of bounds.
Trying to do the math in my head, Dean. What is the average number of minutes that need to pass for us to get a goal to be on course to try and get that record? Is it 12's the record then, right, Dean? You said 11. 11's the record, so we need to get to 12.
Right.
Right, okay. I'm not writing it off just yet.
First time ever a USL Championship game had 3 own goals, and the first time ever that North Carolina FC conceded 6 goals at home. They had only conceded 9 goals at Wake Med Soccer Park in their previous 12 games. This is a good opportunity for Da Costa, who looks eager to start.
Yeah, it's good defending initially there. Paco Craig stepping in. Perez, left foot with a wand. Picks out Da Costa. He'll be disappointed he didn't hit the target there, but tough to generate the power and the direction to beat Blanchett from there. But positive start from the home team. They're camped in the Roots half, and they're trying to get that opening goal as they did last week.
This Oakland team, as I think Andrew may have already said, now featuring Dom Dwyer, who scored in the win last week and is available on the bench. His last goal before that in USL Championship was on June 9th, 2013, 4,100 plus days. They're taking their time. Shaw sends it long. There's Jake McGuire. Here's Ezra Armstrong. Good ball to Da Costa, and Da Costa not on the same page there with Conway. Conway does well to win it back. Nice and clean. Conway takes a little contact, stays up, gives it back to Martin. This is good work here from North Carolina FC. Martin, Da Costa a little bit short from Mikey Maldonado. Paco Craig steps in. Armstrong now. Armstrong. Martin. Perez. Oh, Conway unlucky. Da Costa. And how about North Carolina FC?
What a start. Looks like we're celebrating two things there, Dean. I'll let the folks at home, but then you can see Paco Craig jumping in again, winning the ball back. Ezra Armstrong and Martin, great ball from Perez. Off the inside of the post, it falls to Da Costa, and once again, second week in a row, he opens the scoring. 12 yards out, wide open. Just composes himself and passes it into the bottom corner with Blanchette going the wrong way. What a start for the home team. We talked about Da Costa in the open. He is loving life at the moment.
5th goal of the season now for Da Costa. What a return to form for a player that North Carolina FC fan base was super excited about. Just took him quite a while to even get in the starting lineup. He was there to begin the season, but fell out of favor right away, and took him a long time to get back in it.
Yeah, and I say in the last 3 seasons, Dean, he scored 35 goals. So he's a 10-goal-a-season man at least. And all of those goals most of the time are collector's items in terms of how good they are. Always a high level of skill and talent involved. Paco Craig is on fire to start this one, though, Dean.
Yeah, he really is. Good footwork. Martin, really nice ball. It's a tweener, and it's alive. Rafa! And how about North Carolina FC 2-0?
Can you believe it, Dean? Paco Craig starts again, jumps in, then he finds Martin. It's the same combinations, but this time it's Rafa Mensingen wide open down the right, composes himself brilliantly and plays it in at the near post. No chance for Blanchette. Great build-up play, and what a start. Dean, we're on for 12. We're on for 12. I think we're ahead of pace.
We are. 4th goal of the season for Rafa to go with 3 assists. As North Carolina FC donning the white jerseys, and what a bright start here. 2-0 on top of this talented Oakland team. Paco Craig. A game to forget for him, and a really nice way to respond as Craig has set the tone.
Yeah, last time out against Louisville, gave away a penalty, deflected off him.
Oakland Roots SC with a shot from distance, but not on frame. Big swing at it there from Babokar Najai. What are you going with? 9 minutes in. They got some tough names here.
They do. Pronunciation guide extraordinaires.
Conway.
Shows a really... Oh, he's on here, Dean.
He is on. Played over the top. Rafa, who just scored that second goal, now he's got to do the work defensively, and he does. Got a piece of it. Still loose, though, and McGuire with a nice save. A corner kick coming for Oakland.
Big save from McGuire, and after giving up 6 goals, it's been brilliant from an attacking sense, but 6 goals can really knock your confidence, and we talked to John Bradford, 5 of those 6 goals came off set pieces, so the danger's not done yet, but full credit to McGuire. The ball falls to Matt Soso here, and he hits it sweetly. And McGuire repels it for now. Rasmussen with the corner.
Rasmussen will leave it. Here it goes. Top of the 18, sent back in by Oakland. Headed out of there by Malou. Malou, the right back. Bryce Washington, the center back. Craig, the left back, in the 3-back system that John Bradford has stayed with the entire season. Oakland, nobody home on that far post. A wonder start for North Carolina FC with the 2-0 lead. And USL Championship soccer continues on the ESPN networks in September with a matchup of top teams from the Eastern Conference, as Detroit City FC takes on Players Shield leader Louisville City FC in a Sunday afternoon clash, September 22nd at 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Here on Cozy in the Triangle and across the world on ESPN Plus with Andrew Tate. I'm Dean Linke, and so 12 goals in the last 100 minutes here at Wake Met Soccer Park.
It's a hot ticket in town. If they can get the defense to click now that the attack's on point, then they might have something, and they'll need it towards the back end of the season if they're going to make the playoffs.
One in the middle by Oakland.
I do like the way the Roots sort of pivot. Oh, he's got to be offside here, yeah.
Way offside. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, just like the way the Roots pivot with Hackshaw. He's played a lot of his time in midfield, predominantly down the left-hand side, but I like how at times he'll just step into midfield. He'll just step in there and be a presence. You see him now kind of trotting back into centre-back position. And he's orchestrating. He wants to go and impact the game and win the ball back. I just like that kind of change and nuance from just playing as a centre-back. He'll step in and go and pick up Rodrigo da Costa. He'll step in and go and help in midfield. Allows the front three to stay high then.
Craig will play it back to Maguire. Rafa really liked his composure on the finish there. Turns out to be a clean tackle. Conway gets right back up. Once again, major props to the town of Cary, as this field always looks fantastic no matter what time of the year it is. 13 minutes in. Martin, who's just been really good all season long. Blanchett, Ezra Armstrong, who was getting ready to crank that left foot. I really don't know where it was going to go, to be honest, but he never had the chance.
Dean, there's only one place I was thinking. with every chance that we've had, the number of goals, I'm just thinking, every time the ball goes in the box, I'm thinking goal.
Fair.
Mikey Maldonado warming up those arms. You know what's coming here.
One of the better throw-ins in the game. Nice weapon to have. Mikey Maldonado. Far post, Conway. Blanchett pulls it down. Another solid opportunity.
And it's not been the case all season, has it, that they've created chance after chance and scored goals, and it's been more the other way. They've been really solid defensively and then tried to nick one or two, but right now as the weather's cooling down and for the fans here locally with their seasons going as well, what a chance to get down here and watch some great football and see a hatful of goals in the process.
You are seeing with the 2-0 lead the wingbacks drop when Oakland wins it back, and it's a straight line of 5. But then when North Carolina FC wins it back, though, they're in attack mode, to your point, Andrew, looking for more opportunities.
Yeah, that's the back three for you. It's back 3, back 5, it can be great with numbers, but then when you get exposed, it can be quite the opposite. It's important you have that concentration and focus, and I think at times that's what head coach John Bradford was most disappointed with last week, the times where they got the noses in front and just had major letdowns and lapses in concentration. He gave me some stats that they defended 113 corners. Oh, Maguire. That's the type of stuff there, Dean, I think, where you just put your foot through it maybe if you can. Somebody play longer and get yourself out of trouble instead. You invite the other team onto you.
Yeah, well said. See if anything happens out of this throw-in. Yeah, that was another theme of all of those set-piece goals, is a lot of them were kind of unnecessary fouls for both teams that they came off of.
Yeah, and I remember the one Justin Malou let go for a goal kick, thinking it was going to be a goal kick, and it was clearly a corner. The referee gave a corner. Just little things like that. Take it out of the referee's hands. Make sure. Some sloppy clearances, but 5 goals off of the set pieces. It wasn't directly, it was sometimes second ball or third ball. But John had said, I think, 115 set pieces before that they hadn't conceded. So, but what a way to get the opposition licking their lips coming in playing you the next week.
Ooh, nice flick, back post, but not able to get to it on the far side. Yeah, that is a beautiful kit for Gavin Glinton's team. Gavin Glinton, pretty sure in 2009 he was rocking the dreads. I'll have to confirm that with Capono Low.
Speak of Capono Low. Just joined us up here on the perch. He'll be with us shortly.
Oakland. Play it back. This one's going to go all the way out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick for Jake McGuire. John Bradford looking on. As we mentioned, repping the 510, they call him Cap. He is a legend. He is part of the Mount Rushmore of the Carolina Railhawks / North Carolina FC. Talking about number 3, scored the first ever goal for the Carolina Railhawks in 2007. The great Capono Low joins us now, and we'll bring him in after this attacking play. Ezra Armstrong over the ball. Ezra very much playing like Capono Low of late at that left back. And Capono, let's take a look at the 2 goals here, Capono, as we get things started here.
It's a great ball from Martin. Back off the post to Costa. Great left foot. Celebrating 2 things, I think, there. But here it is, Mensingen's in. Great composure, the right wing back just passes it into the corner. Great start for the home team.
Capono, corner kick. Great to be with you, my man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Well, we'll get into the fact that you grew up in the 510 area after being born in Hawaii after this corner kick. So the referee's still sorting some things out here. Elvis Osmanovic is your referee. Corner kick coming for North Carolina FC. Martin thought maybe he was going to take a hit. Said they'll reset. So Rafa. It's a back wide. Sent in. Blanchard has it. Capono Low, you were here for the start, 2007 to 2016. You liked the area, became a part of it. You've got a wonderful family, and obviously great memories of the 510, but you love it here, right?
We absolutely love it. North Carolina and just the triangle is, has been amazing to myself and my family. And, we go back and we love visiting California, but, we call North Carolina our home. We absolutely love it here.
You heard me talk about the left-footed thunder, the first ever goal. Capono, I go back and look at that every once in a while because it's such a great memory and you've been so important to the franchise. You ever go back and take a look at that one?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to. And so, funny enough, I share that with my kids, right? And they love seeing that. So it's always fun. And I'm grateful it was recorded, right? And we had that recorded and taped. So yeah, it's been amazing. I share that with all my kids. All my kids get excited to watch it, and it's just a fun memory to relive.
I'm sure if they don't behave, Capono, that left foot, could be up the rear, right? You could use it for 2 different things. It's a little threat.
Well, it's actually working against me, right? So some of my kids are, kicking the ball around the box and absolutely, or the house and just smashing things left and right.
Runs in the family,
yeah.
love it.
So.
I know you're proud of this Oakland team as well, though, as somebody that grew up there. I think you moved there from Hawaii when you were 3, right?
Right, yep. So I lived in Fremont, just outside of Oakland, and, it's been fantastic. Soccer there growing up was, it was competitive. It was really, really popular, and it was very competitive. And so seeing Oakland have a professional team, it was great. I think, when I grew up, it was the San Jose Earthquakes, right? And that was kind of it. Now, of course, soccer has grown throughout the country, and there's more professional clubs being established. So it's fantastic that we see Oakland here.
There's Gavin Glinton, who spent one season, 2009. Do you remember playing that one season with Gavin?
Oh, yeah. Gavin and I go way back. We played against each other when we were, 12, 13, and played with each other on, U17, U18 team. Played against each other collegiately, and then like you said, we played here together that 1 year, the Railhawks, and no, it's fantastic. Like I said, Gavin and I, we go way back. It's always fun to play with or against people you grow up playing with. So it's again grateful for that opportunity, right, to play against him.
Yeah, amen. I was thinking he had the dreads when he played for us. Did he?
He did.
Okay.
He did. Right. And I had dinner with him the other night, and I asked him, like, hey, it's been a while since I've seen you. What'd you do with your hair? And he cut it out. He cut it all off a few years back. So he's looking clean now.
All right. Sometimes I'll throw some stuff out there that I think's right, but I'm not 100% certain, so thanks for confirming that as we take a look at Gavin Glinton, Capono Lowe joining us.
Did you feel when you were playing with him, Capono, that you felt he'd go on to be a coach? Was he that type of player himself, did you feel?
It's interesting. I think, I knew him for so long, and I think a lot of us growing up and then, playing at a professional level, I think we all thought we were going to continue staying in the game and coaching at some capacity. So I think, yes, to answer your question, I think, Gav, I think was going to become a coach who started at the youth level like many of us did, and then quickly transitioned and progressed to this pro team. So he's done a lot in the Bay Area for the youth and pro clubs.
Capono Lowe scored the first ever goal for the then named Carolina Railhawks, was started in 2007. He would play all the way to 2016, left back, captain. He's continued to play for North Carolina FC the last 2 years in the TST, and a really great run this summer for the TST. Capono, at 45 years young, you look fantastic. You love it, don't you?
Yeah, it's an amazing tournament. They do a great job putting it on. There's two fields, little stadium fields on our game field here. It's an amazing atmosphere. They put one on a training field behind us. Good teams, really good players. So again, I'm always grateful when I'm asked to come play and represent NCFC. So it's been an honor. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, you had a question, Andrew, based on that Shriver scoring a few goals in the TST.
Capono, did you score this past tournament?
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you count it? So my question is, would you count that goal towards your tally for North Carolina? Because you're representing. You're representing NCFC.
I would.
Okay.
I would. I'd call Austin or whoever I can in the front office and
add
ask
to my
them,
stats.
Modify the numbers a bit.
I'm on board with that. Yeah, I think OLX should have to work a little harder to chase down Shriver. So,
because Shriver, I think, got one or two, right?
He did. He did.
And like a good striker, I think they claim everything they possibly can.
Oh,
so,
yeah. You're wearing the NCFC jersey. That's got to go towards your stat, right?
Absolutely. Who did you enjoy playing against? Who was the highlight? Because you guys made it. How far did you make it this year? You made it quite far.
We went to the quarterfinals, and so it's. I mean, there's a lot of players in the first round. We played against the Villarreal FC team, and so, of course, they're older players. But Marcos De Sena, fantastic player, played it, at a high level in the La Liga. Then Giuseppe Rossi.
That's not a bad name
right?
to throw out there.
Yeah. So
I think he was okay.
Some very good players that played at a very high level. Of course, they're all older now, right? Like all of us are, but still quality players. So it was really fun.
Yeah. No, I think there's a real market for players that you've seen playing for a number of years. You're getting to see them continue, and that relationship. I think it's fantastic at the TST, and I really enjoy it, just seeing the older players still competing, still showing their love for the game. Right? It's almost like kid-like. I feel like you guys are going back to your youth days. And
here's Ezra Armstrong from Perez. He's got Rafa in front. Rafa, left foot, good ball in front. Knocked tucked away as they try to find Conway. It'll be a corner kick coming. Corner kick, North Carolina FC. Special guest visitor for 15 minutes or so. Good to have Capono Lowe join us in the booth. The North Carolina FC, Mount Rushmore, Nasby Abadawi, Capono Lowe, Austin Deleuze. And then for me, I throw T. Shiplani in there. Capono, are you going to juggle any of those four that I just threw out there?
I'm not gonna get myself in trouble. Those names sound good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I did love some Miller time. There's a few others that are right around there.
Right. There's a lot of players that played in the club that did an exceptional job. Even when they were just here for 3 or 4 years, right?
I'm pretty comfortable with those four. Andrew, what do you think?
I think you're getting yourself in trouble, Dean, burning some bridges.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. This one will be knocked down. It'll come back to Oakland.
But those are good for. Those are, right? Then you have players that, just broke records here during the season. You have Etienne Barbara, right? You have center backs like Brad Russin that was here that absolutely dominated when he was around, and Pablo Campos did an excellent job when he was here. I know he was only here for a couple of years, but the names I think that you mentioned were here for the good and bad.
Yeah, well said. Ezra Armstrong with the steal. Conway with the turn, trying to make it 3-0 as we appreciate the Oakland fans letting us go down memory lane, because part of the memory for Capono Lowe is growing up in the 510. As you said, Fremont. For me, Fremont, I think of John Doyle and Dominic Kinnear.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Went to high school in Fremont. They're very well connected, and their families are well connected inside the youth scene in the Bay Area. So big names in the Bay Area, Kinnears and Doyles for sure.
So Capono, part of us getting you out here is also, Oakland, but the fact that Dom Dwyer is on the bench, scored a goal in the last game. He was born in 1990. I'm not exactly sure where you're born, but the point is, we wouldn't mind you putting the jersey on again out here,
I don't know where I'm trying to figure out where I'd put myself on this field with the jersey.
The three-back system makes it a little different, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. But, it's interesting. You see a lot of the three-back systems, and, these outside backs, these midfielders drop back and become that, 5 flat. So that seems to be pretty common amongst these teams.
Here's a good opportunity for Oakland. Dwyer let that one go. You can see Justin Malou owning that mistake. And, they're coming off a 6-4 game here. Tough loss against Louisville City, but 10 goals scored. One of the, most electric games just a week off, and then to score 2 goals in the first 8 minutes. I think it's a good sign for North Carolina FC, because Capono, I really believe that if they get in the playoffs, they are not afraid of anybody.
Yeah, I would agree. They're a very well-organized defensive team. And so them going 2 up right now, that's putting on a difficult task to Oakland, right? They're going to have to break down a team that is very well organized and strong in the back, especially when they have the 5. So, I always, would look out for those teams that finish 7th or 8th or 6th in the league, right? When you go into playoffs, some may feel that they don't deserve to be there and have absolutely nothing to lose. And so that's a dangerous kind of group to go up against.
You get hot at the right time, don't you? You get in there and nothing to lose.
Player down right now for North Carolina FC. While the player's down, Capono, this game's actually on Cozy, so it's on TV in this market. So there might be friends of your family watching. I wanted you to give shout-outs to all of your kids and your beautiful wife.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Dean. Rebecca, love you to death. We'll see you later tonight. I love my 5 kids. Hello, Marina, Capono, Halia, Makayo, and Akoni. I'm sure they're watching.
Get my pronunciation guide out. Dean.
Yeah.
5 kids.
Oh, yeah.
And you're still looking that trim, Dean.
I know.
We got to follow his plan here.
I know. The guy is a specimen. And Capono, I've always been a great fan, but I know we mentioned the TST, but you really do play great in the TST. So I say, as long as your body's up for it, just keep on doing it, right?
Yeah, again, it's such an honor to put on the NCFC jersey and represent the club again. And so if they ask me to come back again, I'm absolutely in.
Ezra Armstrong taken out. Go ahead, finish your thought, Capono.
Nope. So no, I think I just kind of on the finish there. I'm very excited when I get to put on the jersey. So if they need another player, I'm all in.
Is there any part of you that when you're playing there, Capono, you're trying to impress some scouts? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I still think about that when I'm playing. Oh, maybe somebody saw me score that goal, you know, or when I'm playing my rec games or whatever.
It's actually more, you know, don't get hurt in front of my family.
That's fair. Yeah.
So.
That's important. Yeah.
That's for real.
Don't tear something in front of your kids.
Don't hurt yourself.
Corner kick coming. Oh, and there's Paco Craig. And how about North Carolina FC putting on a clinic 3-0 over Oakland.
What a different night he's having tonight. Capono, we're going to have to talk to you about him, but the captain, it's whipped in from Mikey Maldonado right in the 6, and the man who wants it the most is Paco Craig. The captain had a nightmare last time out here at home, but today he's had a big hand in both opening goals for the home team, and then today he caps it off 3-0.
Yeah, that's a great goal. That's a great ball, and like you said, he got on the end of it, right? And I hate to say it, but you know, as a defender, you can't let your guy get in front of you there on the goal kick, and as he's making that front post run. And so, yeah, that was a great run, a great finish, and a great ball in. So, yeah, I think Oakland's kind of trying to make it through this half right now and get themselves together and come out strong.
Yeah, I mean, they've got I think as soon as that third goal went in, the subs were sent to go warm up. So Gavin Glinton not happy with what he's seen at the moment.
So Oakland, they're down 3-0, but they've got some big-time personalities that are part of their ownership group. Marshawn Lynch, who's a legend everywhere, but truly a legend in Oakland. I mean, who doesn't love Marshawn? They've got Jason Kidd. They've got rappers that I know you probably know on a first-name basis. Capono, you being the rap fan that you are. But, I mean, they got some big-time celebs that are behind the scene. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. And I think... Yeah, and I think having that kind of a diverse sort of ownership group is exactly what the Roots, right, are hoping to sort of represent, right? They're a diverse bunch, and I think that's what Oakland tries to represent, right? And so I think it's a fantastic group. The facilities are great, and you know, I know the coaching staff really well, and you know, even on the second team, and they say nothing but positive things about the club. So it's I think there's a bright future for Oakland Roots.
Yeah, they do things the right way, and they care about the community as well, as does North Carolina FC, who definitely cares about Cat. Capono Low, number 3. Capono, thanks for being with us. It's awesome to have you up here, particularly with the 510 in town. Always great to see you, sir.
Yep, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, the great number 3, Capono Low, joining us, and he sees 3 goals for North Carolina FC. I think if you're John Bradford, you got to bring Capono Low around a lot more, you know?
Yeah, it's nothing but positives, is it? He's brought the captain back, and we've got a clean sheet to start off with. So, I mean, that's it. Paco Craig has put on a captain's performance, very much in the same mould as Capono Low, I would say, today.
Really well said.
I was going to ask Capono about the move for the Roots next year, going to the Oakland Coliseum. I missed out on that one, Dean. But
yeah, I had that one in mind too.
Because that looks like a phenomenal venue, a bit of history there as well. And not always a big fan of football pitches in baseball stadiums, but that looks like quite the cathedral.
Yeah. Yeah, well said. It's a lot of history there. Wow, I mean, just a magical start here. I mean, I feel bad for the Oakland fans because this has just been the North Carolina FC show pretty much. I mean, McGuire did have that one save, but, I mean, it's been the North Carolina FC show, no?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's stunning, really. I didn't think anyone saw this coming from a Roots perspective. They took down New Mexico last week. 1-0 victory, looked solid, had chances. They were on their game, which is a big win to take down the Western Conference leaders.
Massive.
And they were sitting in third in the Western Conference as well. So it's a crazy league, the USL Championship. Anything can happen, as we've seen the last two Saturdays here in Carey. I'd say the scoring's not done though, Dean. I don't think we're going to get 12, but
I think you're probably right. Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I think we're a bit behind pace.
Blanchett, who threw it out there with 2 hands, has had to pick 3 out of the nets.
There's some changes coming. Some activity on the Oakland bench. You don't see this too often, Dean.
No.
Change made in the first half, and I'm pretty sure it's not for an injury, more of a tactical change or personnel.
Tune into CBS Sports Network in September for a USL Championship Eastern Conference class. Strong playoff contender Tampa Bay Rowdies travels north to face a Birmingham Legion FC team battling to keep above the playoff line. That's Wednesday, September 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. I mean, you had already said it, but the fact that Capono Low, in very short order, talked about the defensive discipline and shape. I mean, North Carolina FC just not giving up any lines so far in this game here.
No, they've been on it. And they were on it last week against Louisville in spurts, but then they'd completely let down and have moments, just real mental lapses in concentration. But today, so far, so good for the home team.
Alexiv, number 40, waiting to get on. Ilya Alexiv. Yeah, this is one of those that is always tough to take. No eye contact there between player and coach. And a toss of the penny.
The shy. A lot of substitution for the Roots in the 38th minute of play. Bring up game number 2, Babacar and Jay. Coming in number 40, Ilya Alexin.
Alexiv is his 11th appearance of the season, 2 goals, only 18 years old, so a talent that they believe in, the Roots. He's got an opportunity today.
Armstrong finds DaCosta, who got things started with the first goal. Quickly on the throw-in, was hoping to let it roll. Now he's going to leave it for Ezra Armstrong. Ezra will take his time. He's just a cool cat, Ezra Armstrong. Of course, I say it every week. The son of U.S. Soccer Hall of Famer Desmond Armstrong and his beautiful wife. 7 kids, 2 more than Capono Low.
They've got a starting 11 between the 2 of them there.
They do.
It's funny, I thought Capono for a second stumbled. He said, I've got 5 kids. So you know,
he's got a lot to keep track of.
And I don't blame him, yeah.
Mikey Maldonado with a great tackle. Louis Perez, everything going right for North Carolina FC as that one is knocked out of bounds. DaCosta, Rafa, and this man right here, Paco Craig, with 3 goals.
We'll go back to it again, but Paco Craig last week gave away a penalty. 2 goals went in that flicked off him. 1 was off his head, 1 was off his shoulder. Just a nightmare night in those 6 goals that Louisville scored. And as the captain as well, he's a player that takes great pride in leading the team and defensively making sure they're stout. And today, done his defensive job and also helped create 2 goals and scored one himself. Ooh, bit of contact in the box.
Costa trying to find Rafa right at the top of the 6. Rafa thought he was pulled down. The referee will wave that off, which is easier to do as well with a 3-0 lead. Minute 41. Town Properties is proud to provide homeowner and condo owner association management to more than 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. Learn more at townwithane.properties.com. That's TOWNE properties.com. Halftime, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule as we work our way down. I think there's only 3 games, home games remaining after this one, Andrew Tate. It makes me sad a little bit.
Yeah, when they're putting on shows like this, for sure.
Washington, a little shot to the face, one back here by Oakland. Armstrong, kind of hear that cleat on cleat with the ball in there, connection on that 50-50 ball. So Ezra's down. Just a glorious night, and you know, we've had some hot nights. Haven't been too unlucky with the weather, but a few weather delays. I mean, just perfect conditions.
Absolutely beautiful. Could you say, is it fall now? Is it a fall night?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go with it. Yeah. Today was a bit muggy today, but that humidity is nice on an evening, isn't it? It's one of the things that I fall in love with as an Englishman, and we have no humidity. So when the sun's out, it's all right, but when the sun goes down, it can get pretty cold. So I feel like I'm on holiday when I've got weather like this, Dean. But I live here now, so every day's a holiday.
Every day's a holiday.
California weather I'm not too familiar with. I hear it's perfect all the time there. So.
Oh, Northern Cal is really nice. It's a little bit cooler than Southern Cal. Northern Cal weather is outstanding.
I'm a northerner myself, Dean, so I can get on board with that.
All right. Yeah, and then you get into Oakland if you want. You can go up to live the Andrew Tate life, go up to Napa Valley, enjoy some of the wineries and stuff. Beautiful part of the country.
Never been, but yeah, I would love to. Tell you what, Dean, one thing I do love about the USL, though, and the way soccer's emerged in this country is the way that obviously the Roots just celebrated their 5-year anniversary, as we talked about. Just how clubs just kind of organically appear and how they come out of nothing, right? They come from just an idea, a seed, a root. And then you've got this brand, and oh, here we go.
Oh, turnover. Oh, Martin's got to hit it. He's got to hit it. He hasn't hit it yet. Still, now he finally does. It's loose, and that's enough. And how about North Carolina FC? Martin will get the assist, I think, as Conway will get the goal, and it's 4-0. Did I mention he's got to hit it or not?
Colin Martin there, just a shrug of the shoulders and a smile on his face there. But for Blanchet, it's completely the opposite. Nightmare moment for the goalkeeper. Gets stuck in two minds, ends up handing it to Colin Martin, who declines the invitation from Dean Linke. And it falls so kindly again. It's a nightmare evening here for Oakland Roots. Everything going the home team's way. Deflects into Blanchet, and then right into the path of Evan Conway, the top scorer. He's got one tonight. That's 4. And his 9th of the season.
Yeah, one away from double digits for Conway, and quite frankly, not a ton of time. I mean, he's done it in less minutes than everybody else out there that's among the goal leaders for North Carolina FC.
And he had a bit of a slow start into the season, carrying some injuries from pre-season, but he's been a real bright spot. This is crazy, Dean. The home team, North Carolina, scored 4 goals last weekend. They've got 4 inside 45 today. What is going on?
Yeah, they've been scoring 4. They've started to make it a routine. Let's see what Oakland's going to do here. Down 4-0. They had 4 against Colorado Springs here at home and 4 against Miami. So sandwiched in there was a draw against Detroit, and then in the other home game they had 6. So 3 of the last 4 games, 2 games with 4 and 1 with 4 of the last 5. You got 3 games with 4 and 1 with 6. Ezra Armstrong looking to add to it.
association management to over 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. Learn more at townproperties.com.
Interesting. Oakland didn't even effort a clearance as that one went through the line there.
So off color at the moment.
Martin, drop back over. Perez trying to get involved. And a pretty good opportunity is, oh my, that goes off of DaCosta's back. Can you imagine if that went in the goal?
That's frustration from Blanchette. There's been a few NCFC players just kind of gamesmanship, just running across him every time he gets the ball to look to play the ball early down the field, and he decided to let one fly there, and DaCosta gets one in the rear. Here we'll see it.
Blanchette's having some words with DaCosta.
Yeah, I don't think DaCosta did an awful lot wrong, but there was a number of NCFC players that had got themselves crossed off Blanchette's Christmas list because they kept on running across him when he was trying to punt the ball downfield. And that one there, DaCosta gets the punishment for their indiscretions.
So 4 minutes of added time is brought to you by Town Properties. Town Properties is proud to provide homeowner and condo owner association management to more than 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. Learn more at townwithaneproperties.com. 4-0. North Carolina FC.
Four minutes of stoppage time. 4 is the number. The time for another one.
DaCosta. Side of his foot. Mikey Maldonado, Blanchette. It's going to go out of bounds. Gavin Glinton looking down. I mean, with all due respect to Oakland Roots and everything they're doing, it feels a little bit like a white flag right now, doesn't it, from Oakland? We got a lot of soccer left.
Yeah, they've had a couple. I'm just looking back at their results, Dean. They dropped 5 on the road at Pittsburgh, and then followed that up. They were 4-0 down, I think, in that game as well at halftime, and then they dropped 5 at home to Sacramento. So those were back-to-back games where they conceded 10. So on an off day, they can concede a few, but recently undefeated in 5, 3 wins and 2 ties. They've been defensively solid. Gave up 1 to Miami, 1 to Loudoun, 1 to Rhode Island, 1 to Memphis, and then got the shutout at home to New Mexico, which is no mean feat in itself.
Maldonado, pretty good ball. Ezra Armstrong hits that one off the scoreboard and bounces back. What's the referee saying?
I don't know, I'm too busy watching Gavin Glinton talking to Dom Dwyer on the bench. Dom, do you think you can get us 5 in the second half? I know we signed you to score goals. It's a coach's nightmare, this position, Dean. You know, your damage limitation, do you throw players in? You know, I think fully fit Dom Dwyer would be starting from the word go. So just when do you throw him in? Came off the bench and scored last weekend. He scored the game winner at home to New Mexico. Give him 5 minutes of being on the field. He'll just have to produce that in spades in the second half.
Offside flag is up. How about North Carolina FC? 4-0 here in the first half, as we have played the 4 minutes of added time. Feel like all right, quick 10-second thought on what you just witnessed here.
Wow. What's going on, Dean? 4 goals, did not see this coming, but they're in a good moment, the home team. They've tightened up at the back and then been really lethal going forward for Oakland. It's a 45 to forget.
45 to forget. How about North Carolina FC? They lead at 4-0 at the half. When we return, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedules and we'll bounce around the USL. North Carolina FC up 4-0.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
And now, your children's hospital. Pediatric anesthesia, surgery, behavioral health, cardiology, emergency care, endocrinology, ENT, gastroenterology, imaging, inpatient medicine, intensive care, neonatology, orthopedics, physical rehab, primary care, pulmonology and sleep medicine, urgent care, urology, weight management, Wake Med Children's.
Kids will be kids. We will be here.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
There's a whole lot of how about North Carolina FC in that first 45. In fact, there was 4 of them, 4-0 for the home team. They lead Oakland Roots SC big here after 45 minutes. Alongside the great Andrew Tate, I'm Dean Linke. You had that little bit of soundbite, but truly clinical from the home team.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw this coming, Dean. We saw 4 goals from them last weekend, but I don't know if coming into today we genuinely felt they were capable of doing it again. But full credit to him. It's been a 5-star first 45 and 4 goals to show for it.
If Gavin Glinton can get any fight out of that team, I'll be shocked, but he's got to say something right in there.
Yeah, it's a free hit in the second half. You go out and you try and get one, but you try and make a game of it now. It's about respect, it's about pride, and trying to take that into the next game after this. But you'd say, if you're a betting person, this game's gone.
All right, let's take a look at the upcoming schedules for both these teams as we head down the stretch of USL Championship play.
Yeah, for North Carolina, they're on the road to Memphis, and then they're back here for Indy 11. That's going to be a really tough one, but then El Paso and Birmingham on the road, and then back for Tulsa. So some big games for North Carolina. Everyone's a 6-pointer as we close out. For Oakland, a couple of trips to Hartford and Memphis, but 3 home games for them against San Antonio, Tulsa, and Phoenix Rising. They'll be hoping to really kind of close out their position in the Western Conference playoffs.
A massive lead at halftime in USL Championship play. North Carolina FC 4, Oakland 0. When we come back, we'll take a look around the USL news and notes, team of the week, and so much more. Stay with us.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
This is the beginning. This is a first practice, a first video session, a first pregame talk. This is a first ticket, a first scarf raise, a first kickoff. This is a tapestry of clubs and players and communities inspired by those who blazed the trail for women's sports, ready to inspire the next generation. We are the USL Super League. We're part of a movement, and this is our moment.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Beautifully done, Pino! My goodness! 2-0 for Birmingham.
Worth takes it. Oh, and it's in! Nate Worth with a moment of brilliance.
When mosquitoes show up, Terminix it.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina, where the youngsters having a good time. The hometown fans having a great time. 4-0 at the half. It's not the only game in town for USL Championship as we take a look around USL Championship at some other scores going on.
And once again, Dean, we've got more goals in this game than anywhere else put together. But there you see Louisville. That was last night, getting the clinch in their playoff spot. Don't think they're really worried about that, to be honest, but big win that extended their gap to 6 points. New Mexico as well, picking up a big win at home to Miami. As you see, Hartford, Indy, Pittsburgh, Rhode Island. That's going to be a big win for Pittsburgh as they're trying to get into the playoffs as well. Rhode Island got themselves in a good spot, but then you see Sacramento and Charleston. That could be a big one as well, as Louisville trying to really pull away. Sacramento trying to get that top spot in the Western Conference. Upcoming games, Switchbacks, Rowdies, Paso, Detroit. Really important games for Detroit as they're trying to clinch that top 4 spot. The Rowdies as well, and then Monterey Bay and San Antonio will round out the games this evening.
Time of the year where you take an extra look at the standings, right, Andrew?
Absolutely. I mean, the coaches will say they don't look at this stuff. I think John said that, in a recent call, but it's just incredibly tight. You look at New Mexico at the top, 10 points clear of Sacramento, but Sacramento do have those 2 games in hand. And then you look at the Tulsa hanging into that 8th spot at the moment with Orange County, Monterey Bay, and San Antonio all hot on their heels.
Here's the Eastern Conference standings, Andrew Tate.
Yeah, we talked about Louisville extended their gap to 6 points, but then it's really close, 4 through 8, just 4 points separating them. All of them had setbacks and surges. Detroit have only picked up 4 points in the last 8 games. Rhode Island, 26 points in the last 13. So it's about getting hot this time of year, Dean, and right now Rhode Island are, but Pittsburgh, they're the team right now winning in that game 2-0 and trying to get themselves into that 8th spot ahead of Loudon.
We have the luxury of the great Brian Ware, and that helps us with our news and notes. What do you got?
Yeah, Jonas Felberg, he had 2 goals in 2 minutes against Memphis. 4 different players scored in the beatdown of Tulsa. And then for the Lights, it was a historic comeback. They came from 2 goals down to win 3-2. And Corey Bennett, he led the way with a brace and got himself in the team of the week as well. And then the Jägermeister Cup, the first year of that event. We've got Colorado, Northern Colorado and Omaha, and then Madison versus Charlotte. Those big games coming up this week with the semis. Sorry, not this week, coming up later in September. But big games coming up in the Jägermeister Cup.
And then the team of the week.
Team of the week, yep. Corey Bennett, we talked about. Big goals for Las Vegas. Ezra Armstrong here. He got in there. Memo Diaz, a big absentee for the Roots today. They're missing him. And then you can see players such as Jonas Felberg, Jansen Wilson, who had a great day here last weekend. Ethan Zobak, Rocco Rios-Novo for Phoenix. He had 8 saves, a clean sheet in the 1-0 win over Loudon. And James Chambers, Switchbacks, had a great week. He is the coach of the week.
All right, well done, Andrew Tate. When we return, Andrew will continue to put in a solid effort as he'll break down all 4 goals. It's 4-0 at the half, the home team. How about North Carolina FC rolling in Cary?
With a family like that to take care of, the 2 of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are, so getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the 2 of you.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
But at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa, with sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park, where, yeah, you got to get your dance moves out because North Carolina FC moving and shaking up 4-0 with Andrew Tate. I'm Dean Linke. Let's go to work and show the highlights in this one. A lot of them for the home team.
Yeah, it was a dream first 45. Here we see the ball in, glanced off the inside of the post. Back to Rodrigo da Costa, and for the second week in a row, he opens the scoring. Great finish from 12 yards out. And he's having the time of his life. Here again, Martin involved heavily. Great ball out to the right flank. Rafa Mensing has the freedom of WakeMed Soccer Park. Goes into goal, and then the coolest man on the pitch just passes it past Paul Blanchette to make it 2-0 to the home team. Martin again, heavily involved. Corner this time, Maldonado puts it in the danger area, and it's that man, Paco Craig, who was a big part of the reason they scored the opening 2 goals, intercepting the ball and getting them off on the right foot. This time the captain with the captain's goal, scoring at the right end this week. And then to cap off a nightmare first 45, Paul Blanchette gets himself all tangled up, lost at sea. And Martin again, this time deflection onto Blanchette, back to Evan Conway. And the North Carolina FC top scorer wasn't going to miss from 6 yards out. He made it 4-0.
Kept saying, hit it, hit it, hit it. And Martin finally did. It spilled out and still resulted in a goal. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they've had, you look at the possession, Dean, they've not had a lot of the ball, but what they've done with it is carve Oakland Roots open. 14 shots, 7 on target to just 4 and 1 for the Roots. It's been, like we said, nightmare first 45. I don't think they can do anything worse in this second 45. If they can get one, though, Dean, it could make it an interesting evening, especially considering North Carolina gave up 6 last week.
One of the cool things is there's a couple of academy players, and we haven't seen get a ton of time because the games have been so tight, but Jackson Silverman and Finn Sundstrom wearing 65 and 66 respectively. I say their names now because this could be the kind of game, final 10 minutes, maybe they get a run. That would be cool.
Yeah, and I was talking to Daniel Saletti, who's the head of our academy. Both players are not committed to colleges at the moment, so they're up for grabs. So, you know, if they can get on, they can showcase themselves. And they've been with NCFC Academy from U13, and they play in the USL Academy. They play in the USL Academy game against Richmond Kickers tomorrow. So they'll be hoping to get on today and don't play tomorrow. But for them, just a great experience for them and their family. And for right now, they're living in dream world because they've seen their team that they play for knock 4 goals in and hoping to see more. And you never know, like you said, Dean, will they get to step on the hallowed turf at WakeMed Soccer Park? But right now, the Roots are going to have something to say about that, I think.
The team's out there and ready to start the second half. Oakland Roots SC in the black uniforms. North Carolina FC with their white uniforms. Normally they wear the blue at home. Oakland, as Andrew Tate mentioned, will play the 25 season at the Oakland Coliseum. The club was founded in 2018. They played their first game on August 31, 2019 in the National Independent Soccer Association, a Division III league. That's how they got started. They moved up to USL Championship in 2021 and made the playoffs in the first year, upset El Paso in the first playoff game. Rafa. Boy, the second half starts the way the first half does, and that is kind of making Oakland's players look like cones out there. More touches here. Martin back across again. He's hoping to find Acosta. Mikey Maldonado wanted to get that back from Perez. Acosta knocked to the ground. Referee not buying it. Oakland now with a chance in transition. out of bounds. I'll tell you that Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. If you're joining us late, yep, you're seeing it right. 4 first-half goals for North Carolina FC. I mean, I think the other part of hearing that is if you would have said to me, hey, Dean, you're not going to have Olex Anderson. You're playing one of the better teams in the Western Conference, and you're still going to have 4 goals in the first 45. I don't know if I'd have believed it.
But it was one of those, like, you look at it, the stats, like Evan Conway's the top scorer, right? So I said to John, I was like, is it the same team again? You just swap out Olex for Evan? He's like, yep, that's it.
Costa looking for Rafa. Rafa. Goes all the way back. Perez. Perez goes back to his right foot. Not his strong foot, but still pretty good attempt from number 8.
It's a good pick out from Rafa. And you know he wants it on his left. He can absolutely hammer it, but he uses that to his advantage. And that one there, a bit of bend on it, but not the accuracy he was looking for. But John was saying to me, Dean, there was a lot of really positive things last week. If you chalk off the 6 goals, there was a lot of really good things that they did well going forward. And, you know, they really matched Louisville, but it was a freakish night. You know, 3 own goals and... Oh.
Yeah, freakish is might even undersell it if you can believe it. Using that word.
What's an upgrade of freakish? I don't know. But yeah, it was just a bonkers game of football.
49th minute. Big news in soccer. I know it's just a friendly, but Canada, for the first time in I think like 6 decades, beat U.S. on U.S. soil 2-1.
I'm sure it wasn't played in a friendly manner, Dean, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Must have been rivalry week because England was facing off against Ireland this weekend, so.
Rafa in combination with Martin. Ooh, what a nice trap off the chest there by Malou.
What a ball.
Ezra Armstrong gonna first time it, squaring it. He was thinking pass the entire time. Rafa gives him a thumbs up. Ezra Armstrong, a lot of freedom, a lot of joy out there.
But the weight of the pass, the angle, the accuracy, everything's just been first class today from North Carolina. But you got to say, Ezra Armstrong, the pace he's got, Dean, he will turn most passes with the speed and athleticism he got. He'll make most passes turn out to be a good one. But they're enjoying themselves, Dean. I think it's one of those as a player, if you can keep the right mindset, you can go on and really enjoy another 45 here. But they've got to stay fully focused and keep the task in hand.
Perez all the way across. Conway almost got his head on it. North Carolina FC. Drop it back in, looking for Malou. Here's Rafa. 2 really good touches. Rafa stays with it. Rafa off the crossbar. Otherwise, it's 5-0. Absolutely rocked by Rafa.
Rafa, the Brazilian, just dancing through Roots players on the edge of the box and then strikes it with venom. Paul Blanchette completely beaten, but the crossbar, the only thing keeping it out. I haven't really seen much of a reaction, have we, Dean, from the Roots in the second 45? It's more of the same. North Carolina really on their game.
Good ball forward here for Oakland. Rasmussen gets it back with the left foot. Pretty good ball. Sails over. It's going to go out of bounds. Can't watch the match? Turn on SiriusXM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Plus hear live matches from the USL MLS Premier League and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Conway checking back to win it back. Here's Martin. Gets it back to DaCosta and finds Conway. Just a little bit too out in front. As Hackshaw sends it back to Blanchett. Gotta believe Blanchett had a few words for his back line as well at halftime.
Yeah, but then he didn't cover himself in glory on the fourth goal, so it's, you can point the finger at everyone, I think. First 45, and I think that's what Gavin Clinton's done. He said, you know, you guys go out second 45 and dig yourselves out of this hole.
Wire ventured outside of the 18, headed it. The goal was open. Oakland trying to find the goal, but not even close. It's been that kind of night for Oakland. Mentioned that they moved up to USL Championship in 2021. They also made the playoffs in 22 and pulled off its second postseason upset of number 2 seed San Diego. Rafa is onside here. Rafa Blanchett now comes out. Touch just gets away. A little nick over to Luis Perez. Yeah, Luis saying, get it to me, Rafa. I think he probably would have if that touch didn't get away from him.
Yeah, just a really heavy touch. He's moving at full pace and trying to get into stride. Just a heavy touch, but it was a hopeful ball forward from DaCosta, who got himself tangled up on the line and just helped it forward, and Rafa stayed on side, but touch let him down. Still, the home team looking more likely to get the next goal.
There's Lowe from Northern Ireland. Hackshaw, like offside, and it is. The flag is up. eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. And CFC is downloaded in fine form. 4 first half goals and looking for more. DaCosta is hoping to find Armstrong. Bryce Washington thought he got the ball there. And now Washington's going to get a yellow for showing a little bit of dissent. I don't think he gets the yellow if he doesn't do that.
No, frustration, isn't it? But I think you're getting a yellow all day long when you show the frustration, even if it's at yourself. It looks like it's aimed at the ref and just comes through the back of. Rodriguez just getting his body there. I haven't seen a lot of Johnny Rodriguez in this game. Not asked enough questions, I think. He's not asked enough questions of the back three.
Rafa there again defensively, which I told you the story. Rafa had heard in preseason they were going to 3 in the back. He went into John Bradford and said, I can play that right wing back spot. I will do the defensive work. And he's done it. Good ball in, pretty good angle. Oakland with a chance to get one back. Ezra Armstrong with the initial deflection. Now Maldonado trying to find Perez. Moving forward. Conway will free up Perez. Making a run is DaCosta. Can they somehow get it over to him? They will. DaCosta will have to curve his angle a little bit, but stays with it. DaCosta still with it. And wrong side of the goal. Good effort, though. Perez knew where it needed to go. It wasn't an easy angle for him to play it over there, but he still managed to get it over there.
Yeah, good skill from the big Brazilian. Just couldn't get the end product there. I think this is one question for John Bradford. I'm sure at halftime he's like, his big thing would have been, let's get the shutout. I think that would have been the message, I think, Dean, to he'll be really looking to see their focus and concentration in the second half. So I think sometimes players can get carried away, everyone wanting to get on the score sheet and go and enjoy themselves, but I'm sure he'd be delighted if they saw out the second half, and I think it was 4-0 to finish.
Rasmussen involved in that challenge, going the other way again. Conway from Perez. He's got DaCosta. Mikey Maldonado in support. Confidence is just a powerful, powerful thing. And DaCosta is playing with unbridled confidence, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Just past Martin. They'll play advantage. See if they'll come back to Martin later, as he was begging for a yellow card there. Looks like he's going to get a warning this time. Fair play.
A penny for the thoughts of Gavin Glinton right now. I'm sure he could have made 10 changes at half-time if he was allowed to, or 11, let's say, but deep in thought on the sideline.
Yeah, he felt bad for just the one sub that he had to pull out. He clearly felt like he needed to send some sort of message. But you're right, he probably would have preferred to send all 5 in. Loose ball. Costa. Wow. Yeah. Oh, okay. Over to Rafa. Rafa. What a ball from DaCosta. We'll ask Ian Lang to rack that. Armstrong. Armstrong doesn't need much room. He was definitely thinking pass as Rafa had made that run, and he was sitting on the 6. What about DaCosta? Look at this.
The Brazilians, Rafa and Rodrigo, R&R. You know, they've done that on the beach a few times over the years. Great connection.
Martin this time will get a yellow. He had got the warning last time, so Martin gets the yellow. Never really fully turned around to acknowledge it.
Looks like we will see Dom Dwyer coming in here. Right in front of the referee. We're just seeing the replay of the Colin Martin foul. Right in front of the referee's nose. Just after he'd been warned.
Played over the top. McGuire lucky to keep the shutout there, as he was a little bit of no man's land, I would say.
Great ball from Rasmussen, and just, he felt like McGuire was going to get it.
So Dom Dwyer scored the winner against New Mexico United in the last game. Did not play last year. Dom Dwyer, last goal in USL Championship was back in 2013 before scoring that goal. Just to give you an idea, in 2013, the USL champion only had 13 teams. MLS only had 19. Miami Heat had just won Game 2 of the NBA Finals against the Spurs, and they would win in 7. Iron Man 3 was the biggest movie of the summer. And Can't Hold Us by hip-hop duo. I don't know these people. They were #1, though, on the Billboard charts.
I was going to say, can you sing the song for Dean? I'll try and guess.
Dom Dwyer, 96 goals in MLS, getting ready to come in.
Throwing a couple of caps for the United States, or 4 caps for the United States, and a couple of goals as well. What a career he's had. And still going strong.
He's going to get into the game with number 6, Gomez, and number 98, Jose Luis Sinisterra. Yes. Coming out of the game is number 11, Reed, the Jamaican. Dwyer's on.
Nadir Shiri will exit as well. Not been a good evening for him up top. Starved the service and ran offside a few times.
Daniel Gomez, part of the Project 510 that Capono Low talked about. Nice to have Capono Low. That was a nice visit in the first half.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next special guest, Dean, now. Next week, now you got to deliver those. We
were trying to book Mark Dry, but can't get through the layers, man. Too many people.
Big name.
Come on, Mark Dry.
Also coming out of the game, number 11, Trayvon Reed. Coming in, number 98, Jose Luis Sinistera. And coming out, number 7,
offside flag is up.
Coming in, number 6, Daniel Gomez. Ruth subs in the 62nd minute.
Lou over to Martin. How good has Martin been just all year long, really?
And they all just look really sharp. They've had a good week of training, and you know, you just don't know how much that travel from West Coast to East Coast, the time change, and makes playing the States is difficult. But here we go again.
Ezra Armstrong, great overlapping run. He says, "I'll take it myself." How about North Carolina FC and the coolest cat in the land, Ezra Armstrong? You picked two to start, and both of them featured, Andrew.
I wasn't even thinking that, Dean, but thank you. Yeah. Everyone's getting on the act. Ezra Armstrong once again in behind. There's no catching him. And then it was just a case of, was he going to find the finish? Team of the week player from last week. Writing his name in for this week. A great first touch. Just draws Blanchette onto it. There was only one man getting to the ball first. Ezra Armstrong makes it 5. Goes and celebrates with the subs.
3 goals and 5 assists for Ezra Armstrong, whose last high five a moment ago was to Mikey Maldonado. I feel like both of those two players are showing enough to perhaps even play at a higher level. USL Championship, a phenomenal level. 5-0 right after Gavin Glitton just put in a bunch more subs, so it just doesn't matter what sauce he's throwing out there. North Carolina FC has all the answers. Maldonado is hoping the first time that one to Rafa.
It's the 3rd time this season that the Roots have had 5 scored on them, and the game's not done. We've got a lot more football still to play yet.
Looks like Summersaw, Hayes, and Shaft Brewer are looking to get into the game. Wow, with Capono Low here, I mean, another man who probably gets some votes is Akira Fitzgerald, the Irish Ninja. Come on. Am I right?
Yeah. You don't get called the Irish Ninja and not make it on your Mount Rushmore, right, Dean?
Well, I'm just saying get in this game.
Oh.
I just want to get in this game. I don't think he's on the, sorry, Akira. He left and went to some rivals for too long. So
you had to scrub him out.
Yeah. But I want him in this game. Up 5-0. Be a nice tip of the hat. I don't know. Maybe he's not into that.
I think Jake Maguire, you'd have to handcuff him to get him off the field today.
Yeah.
I think he wants the shutout after the painful 6 goals he conceded last weekend. And
well said. Costa.
But I'm sure Akira's been a big part of Jake's training this week and building it up. The goalkeepers union we talk about. Trevor Mulqueen and Mike McGinty and Stephen Palmer, who's one of our youth coaches today, is involved. I think Mike McGinty might be away with international youth setup. But the goalkeepers, they work together really closely, and when you give up 6, it's a case of rallying around each other and working hard to get back to basics, and they'd all take pride in getting a clean sheet today.
Baloo had that foul, quickly restarted by Oakland. Led by Gavin Blinton, who was named the interim coach on April 28th after the dismissal of Noah Delgado. Blinton actually was named the coach of the month in June. He won an MLS Cup with the LA Galaxy back in 2002 and played for the Railhawks, as we said, in 2009 as Hayes and Summersaw looked to get in. Those of you in the Triangle area watching this game on Cozy TV, this will be your appointment TV set for tomorrow, 8 o'clock, as we'll be back on Cozy with the North Carolina Courage out in San Diego for Alex Morgan's final game, and we have the great opportunity. Jessica McDonald will join me for that game to bring it to you in the Triangle. Final game for Alex Morgan. Of course, San Diego, which has had a tough season, their third coach, some guy named Landon Donovan, not sure if you heard of him, is filling in right now as the coach of the Wave. But they also have Naomi Girma, who, how does she not get on the Player of the Year list for the best defender in the world?
Yeah, absolutely. She's a tremendous player to have.
With the Courage coming off a remarkable win against Kansas City. I was not here. I watched that game on television. It was a great game to watch on TV.
Yeah, Brianna Pinto getting the winner.
Yeah. I asked Sean, I was like, I mean, you just kind of got this magic dust, and he gave all the credit for the subs to his assistant coaches. As basically saying, they said get Pinto in there, and Pinto delivered. But that's at 8 o'clock tomorrow, as the fans will put their hands together for these 3 superstars, Martin, DaCosta, and Perez for Summersaw, Hayes, and Brewer.
Rodrigo DaCosta starting to compete, Dean, for your love, I would say. Ezra Armstrong obviously still top of the charts, but Rodrigo DaCosta starting to ask some questions.
Yeah, he added a little flair in there as well, and just looked sharp from the beginning, got that goal.
I think the problem was your hopes were so high to start the season, Dean. You know, it's been a bit of a rough start, a few not great first dates, but you're on smoother ground now.
Indeed. Conway, good touch over to Summersaw. Raheem Summersaw, really good quality human being. Always enjoy spending time with him. Here's Mikey Maldonado.
And bringing on Shaf Brewer allows Rafa Mensingen to kind of free himself up and go and play off Evan Conway. Get to see him in his favourite position.
Rafa's taken to the ground.
Crazy thing is, Dean, Oakland 5-0 down on the road to 10th placed in the Eastern Conference. Oakland sitting in 3rd in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Just crazy USL Championship.
Nuts.
I was looking at the playoff odds this week. There was some good stuff coming out from USL about chances of getting in there. 38% chance for the North Carolina getting in the playoffs. They had Pittsburgh over 50% chance of getting in based on their calculations. So, and they're currently winning.
Painful one. Like he rolled. Just came in too.
See it again here.
Maybe he got stepped on.
I don't know. I think he sort of did it to himself. A roll of the ankle, I think.
He's up, going to walk it off. So they'll send Bryce Washington back with a 5-0 lead, 71st minute. Good ball in. Blanchett Corner kick coming. Corner kick from North Carolina FC. Town Properties is proud to provide homeowner and condo owner association management to more than 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. You can learn more at townwithaneproperties.com.
Let's make some noise for the boys with this.
Remind you, the USL Championship is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. All the business is done as far as the corporate support, USL love. Now it's the final 20 minutes as, is that Summersaw again or is that Malou?
That's Malou. Shoe came off. Just put his red slipper back on.
73rd minute. Oakland, this incredible group of owners, Marshawn Lynch, lead singer of Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong, NBA Hall of Famer Jason Kidd, who's the head coach of the Mavs. Oh! Other investors, stars from the MLB, WNBA, and Major League Soccer all getting involved in the Oakland team. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw a little media thing that they put out with lots of different people holding I'm an owner, which is really cool, Dean, when we talk about just the different clubs and the different ownership models. You've got all these different people that are involved in the ownership of Oakland Roots.
Sent for Oakland. Brewer's going to clean it up and play it back to McGuire's. We're in minute 74. Good effort there by Rafa.
Fans loving that extra effort, just to block a ball down the line. And clapping away as seeing their favourite players working off the ball to do the hard yards, the dirty work.
Shot from distance, and McGuire gets low and has it. North Carolina FC. Ezra. Over to Brewer. Shaft. Brewer Jr. Brewer. Cut toward the end line. Good angled ball. Conway. Big time save by Blanchett. Big time. Brewer Jr. Ezra. Armstrong. Armstrong trying to stay with it. Keeps it alive. Unlucky there as Rafa had made a pretty good run.
Here we see the save from Blanchett. Shaftborough Jr. doing really well. Conway does everything right, but Blanchett six out that right boot. Great angle here, great camera work. Just prevent it from becoming a 6-0 thrashing. Score stays at 5.
Thomas Kami, Frenchman, coming into the game.
Restore Hyperwell substitution for Oakland Roots.
It's part of Project 510.
Marvella Ashvili coming in number 50. Thomas Kamier, 76 minutes.
Yeah, I would really love to see the youngsters for John Bradford, Jackson Silverman, and Finn Sundstrom. This one's over. 5-0. I mean, and it's just keeps getting easier for North Carolina FC as Hayes trying to find Conway. 77th minute. One of my favorite broadcasters of all time, the late great Chick Hearn for the Los Angeles Lakers, the Showtime play-by-play man. He would say the jello is jiggling. This one is over. As we mentioned at halftime, as you saw the schedules, the game at Memphis next Saturday, and then 2 weeks from today, final 7:30 game of the season against Indy 11. And then October 9th, they'll have FC Tulsa here, and they'll end the season against the Western Conference's Las Vegas Lights. So still a chance to come out and show your support for this team that I think that, I don't know if you said 38% or 36%, I think that's going to go up after this game. I mean, I'm not basing that on any math or anything like that. I'm just saying it should go up. Yeah.
Pittsburgh got a good win against Rhode Island, so that helps. Yeah, North Carolina they'll be 2 points back off of Birmingham, Dean. And will be sitting in 8th place. Pittsburgh actually jumped to 7th. They're on a 10-game unbeaten streak.
Good defense by Brewer, but it will go out of bounds. Looks like, is it going to be a corner? Did it go on the other side of it? Did. So it'll be a corner coming. Rasmussen will hustle over here in minute 79. Utter domination, though, from North Carolina FC. Rasmussen with the left foot. Lou headed out. Another corner kick coming for Oakland.
Keep that check going. Keep it out for another Alpaca opposing corner kick.
Minute 80. This one a looping ball. Maldonado. Clear it. Oakland. One more ball from Rasmussen. Craig, outstanding performance from him. Player down for Oakland. Dwyer hasn't had many looks, has he?
No. It's one of those games, I think, Dean, where you question, why did I come out of retirement? I'm miles away from home. My team's getting slaughtered when I'm sent on to try and run around and chase shadows.
Brewer. Conway back to Brewer. Brewer has it picked off by Blanchett. There's Dwyer. Defended well there by Armstrong. Malou and Craig, all three of them. There's Malou congratulating Washington. Summersaw. Hayes. Like Austin DeLuz and Akira Fitzgerald, played at Wake Forest. Took a tough one against Gardner-Webb. I was shocked by that. Gardner-Webb 3, Wake Forest 1. Sorry, Austin. What a rip by Maldonado. Conway. Brewer's making the run, so is Rafa. Conway's got choices. He chooses Brewer. Brewer first times it. Corner kick. Corner kick. North Carolina FC. How about North Carolina FC? A 5-0 lead here in minute 82. 5-0, Mr. Tate.
I'll repeat that for those that can't believe it, yeah. My chats with Mr. Bradford, I hoped, you know, after the pain of last weekend, I was hopeful for him that the result was going to be a little bit more of a straightforward one for him today, and lo and behold, it has. It couldn't have gone any better for him. I don't think even John in his dreams last night dreamt this one up. But just everything they've done, the hard yards they've done when they've lost the ball, that's been the difference for me between both teams, has been the reaction when they've lost the ball.
Maldonado, somersault, a little flick. Or is that Malou?
Malou again.
Not bad.
Fans with the NCSC scoring a goal from a corner kick. Section 405 will go home with a $5 coupon for your next meal at Alpaca.
Dwyer will push it to Rasmussen. Lose there. Brewer. Handball. Kind of unlucky. Totally unlucky. Rasmussen hit with a purpose off the head of Craig. Still kept alive by Oakland. Alive. Nope, flag is up. That's not going to count. Flag is up. That kind of night for Oakland. And that kind of night for North Carolina FC.
And that time the home team as a group, the back line doing its job. As we see Gavin Glinton here really analysing, trying to figure out what went wrong today. As a coach, it really makes you question who you can rely on. And with 8 games left to play, 4 at home and 4 away, some big decisions to make.
Here's a chance. See if they can find Dwyer, who was at the top of the 18, but taken away. North Carolina FC. Somersault. What a great play right there.
I'll tell you, Dean, obviously we watched North Carolina all last year, and Mikey Maldonado in that middle of midfield, watched him a lot, and I would say he's a better player at USL Championship than he was playing at League One last year. He looks really good.
Yeah, full agreement. Not that long ago, I was just saying during this broadcast that I think he and Ezra got to be catching the eyes of Major League Soccer scouts. I mean, they're still at good ages. Plenty of teams. I mean, I don't want either one of those to leave at all, but you always want to see people advance in their careers no matter what they're doing. Great work usually means more work, and those two have had some great work.
Yeah, Dwyer with it, his first look at goal. But yeah, I completely understand and agree with you, Dean. I think a big part of what North Carolina stands for, though, has been a platform and an opportunity for players to go on to bigger and better things. And hopefully along their journey and path with NCFC, it'll help them bring some success. A couple of players that moved on recently this year with Pelayo and Placius, Houli Placius recently made the 18 at Westerlo in the Belgian top division. Only 18 years of age, and that was a player that came through here for a short while, and North Carolina gave him the opportunity to start the season, score some goals, and get a big move to Europe. And here we'll see a big player from last year's team in Daniel Navarro.
Yeah, hasn't played a ton, but the Brazilian shows up every day, and he'll get a little run here in for Malou. Maldonado, a brilliant throw. Oh, they'll say Rafa kind of tucked in and under. Wow, what a throw. Say hello to the king of all kings, Jorge Acuna, who is watching from somewhere.
Yellow card for Paco Craig there as he pulled back Dom Dwyer, got the wrong side of him.
I thank our VP of Broadcasting, Emily Hunter Valencia, the head of Triangle Video, Kyle Lang, producer Director Joe Ferrara, Ryan Lutz, Ian Lang, great job on replay, Ryan Moeller, Tyler Essewine, Tyler, not sure if I got that one right, Brian Ware, the great work, and the tallest man in the building right next to us, 6'7", Mark Dry. Great crew.
Always brings a smile, dude. Oh, here we go, D. You're going to get your wish. One of the young boys coming on.
All right. Free kick. Wire will let that one go out of bounds. So Sundstrom.
I don't know Finn very well, Dean, but I've had the pleasure of coaching his younger brother, Tristan.
Okay.
They've got 3 boys, the Sundstroms, in the club. And one of them's graduated now from high school. He's off in college. But young Finn Sundstrom. What an opportunity and an experience for him and his family.
We're in minute 90. Waiting to find out the town property added time. And sub will come on here as Sundstrom. The dream scenario for him will come on for Evan Conway.
Fans, put your hands together for number 11, Evan Conway. Restore hyper wellness substitution for NCFC. Coming out 11, Conway. In his first professional appearance, please welcome number 66, Finn Sundstrom.
So here comes Finn. Wearing the double sixes.
17 years old, Dean. That's what I was doing when I was 17, stepping on and USL Championship making my debut, you know.
Craig.
So, that's
3 minutes of added time, brought to you by Town Hill Properties.
Come on.
Town Properties is proud to provide homeowner and condo owner association management to more than 30,000 homes and condos in the Carolinas. Learn more at townproperties.com. Town with an E.
The inconsistencies of refereeing now, Dean. That's where. How has he come up with 3 minutes? We've had 27 subs. A bunch of little niggles and injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah, that 5-0 has something to do with it.
Yeah. If I'm the 17-year-old coming on, I'm throwing my toys there. I'm like, come on.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Come on. Yeah. You're going to give me 3 minutes?
Good point.
In the World Cup, you were giving out 20, and you're going to give me 3?
So we talked about all of the superstar owners of the Oakland team. Another great shot I saw before this game was Magic Johnson high-fiving Trinity Rodman, who had a wonder goal. And Magic Johnson just recently announced as an owner of the Washington NWSL team. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I thought you were going a different direction, talking about superstar owners. I think you were going to talk about Steve Malik for a second there. But
he's the man. He's the man. He said he was going to bring championship soccer here, and he's done it with the courage. This North Carolina FC teams, they can somehow find a way into the playoffs. I'm telling you, I think they can make some noise.
And you got to love that, Dean. The 17-year-old sliding back there on 29-year-old Niall Logue. Putting himself about for 3 minutes. That type of attitude will stand you in good stead, Dean. No respect, no fear.
Absolutely. Hayes, oh, nice. Hayes winning that second ball and then showing a little flair. Ezra Armstrong. That was not an easy ball to handle, and yet he made it look easy. Ezra flying today. Pretty much every day, sort of some red cards here or there for Ezra Armstrong. Five 5-0 win for North Carolina FC. Their first 5-0 game since they defeated Pittsburgh in 2019.
What a day for 17-year-old Finn Sundstrom, and what a day for John Bradford and his Chargers. They've been fantastic today. It's a night to forget for Oakland Roots, but for North Carolina, it was a 4-star first half. Added another goal in the second half to make it 5-0. What a performance and what a victory.
All right, we're not done here. We'll be back to wrap it up. But how about North Carolina FC? They put 5 across the goal line. Final score, North Carolina 5, Oakland 0. We'll wrap it up when we return.
That's why Lenovo launched the Evolve Small Initiative. We gave every small business the opportunity to use Queen Latifah as the face of their marketing with their own customized video. So far, Lenovo Evolve Small, in partnership with AMD and Microsoft, has helped over 1,000 women and minority-owned small businesses to thrive. With more than $2.4 million in grants, tech, mentorship, and marketing resources. Stay tuned for what's next with Lenovo Evolve Small.
Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa, with sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
Beautiful night for the beautiful game, and what a game it was for the home team. North Carolina FC 5, Oakland 0, as North Carolina FC wearing the white kits dominated alongside the great Andrew Tate. I'm Dean Linke, and Andrew, let's take a look at the highlights in this one. A great showing for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, Ezra Armstrong linking went down the left-hand side as he did all game. And the ball falls kindly to Rodrigo da Costa. The 30-year-old Brazilian was not going to miss from 20 yards out. It was a gift of a goal. And it's 1-0. Open the scoring just like he did last week. And then this time, Martin finds Mensingen. He's in on goal. Just Blanchett to beat. And boy, does he do that. Passes it in at the near post. 2-0 to the home team. It's a dream start. And then Paco Craig, who'd been brilliant today, had a nightmare last Saturday, but today was great at breaking up the attacks and getting the team going forward. And then this time he decides, you know what, I'm going to get on the scoring act. Bullet header from 6 yards out. And then Blanchett gets himself all tangled up, capping off a nightmare first 45. And Martin's deflected shot off Blanchett, back to Evan Conway for his 9th of the season. 4-0 at half-time. The big question was what was going to happen in the second half. It was more of the same. This time, Da Costa, Ezra Armstrong in on goal. Great first touch. Even better finish. Here we see it again. Great pace, athleticism, skill, and composure to finish. Let's go, he says. 5-0. Fantastic performance. 5 goals, 5 stars. 23 shots, 9 on target. Possession, a little bit more for North Carolina in the second half as they started to control play. But just a nightmare night to forget for Oakland Roots.
Get your tickets for the Indy 11 game for North Carolina FC September 21. I want to thank Kyle Lang, Joe Ferrara, and the gang. Brian Ware, special shout out for my main man, the great Andrew Tate. I'm Dean Linke saying, how about North Carolina FC? 5 times strong and a 5-0 winner over Oakland.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.